Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Terraforming Mars Episode 2. So, in our last episode, we and actually our fellow corporations have been spiking the temperature up pretty quickly. And it looks like we're going to be doing a whole heck lot more of that soon, too, once we take our turn here. Now we've been getting pretty darn wealthy here on mega credits, and but we don't have much on the floor. Actually, nobody's really built much on the surface yet. We've got one city and one forest tile belonging to yellow, but that can change later in the game. So let's remind ourselves of what we got in front of us here. We've got this carbonite processing plant, which is what I picked up earlier. This will drop our power production by 1, but give us 3 more heat. That will give us a total of 8 heat production, which will allow us to pop a temperature increase every single turn, at least until the temperature maxes out. So that's, I think at this stage of the game, it's worth it. If it was any later in the game, I wouldn't go that route, but this stuff is cheap anyway, so let's do it. That, and it's also got a building tag, and we want to start building up our building tags for the medical labs here. So yeah, carbonite processing, bada boom. Bink. That works. Alright, still got 22 bucks to our name. Still a lot we can do. Sabotage. 3 titanium or 4 steel. You guys have, you got 2 titanium and 2 titanium. I want to unleash that for maximum effect. Now we could throw down the solar panel here, because that counts as a building tag, which will help boost medical tags. We've got 1 building tag down. What would the thing we just built? This would be 2. This would be 3, and then this would be a 4th one, and it includes itself, so we'd get a 2 boost. So that would be good enough for the medical lab if we built all of these. So I think that's a pretty good idea. And actually 11, 11, and then use the effect. Why not? That actually works out quite nicely. So we'll get our solar panel here. Now that increased our energy by 1, and it costs actually the same as the standard issue power plant. The difference is that it also gave us a victory point and those extra tags. You don't get tags from doing the standard projects, so they're generally speaking inferior to the kind of things you can do with cards. Alright, we've taken our 2 actions, so let us move the turn. And they keep on fungusing it up. Yeah, playing a fungus card really early, or a bacteria card really early, can yield lots of dividends. Again, stop wasting your money on spiking the temperature. Play your cards. Oh yeah, placing a tile next to an ocean gives you 2 mega credits per ocean tile you border. So you generally want to put those next to ocean tiles when possible. Alright, so we've got our equatorial magnetizer here, which allows us to spend power production to increase our terraforming rating, which ultimately gives us victory points and also income. And since I don't have any need for my energy production at the moment, now we have an action to use. Now we can use this once per turn to voluntarily decrease our energy production to increase our terraforming rating. And I want to do that. That's our other action this turn. Boop. And now our terraforming rating went up, even though we didn't actually do any terraforming. And then next turn, we'll be able to drop a nice, valuable medical lab, which will then allow us to afford the plantation, because we'll have 2 science tags. Alright, they pass, and we are, again, literally broke, so we will pass. You're at 3, so you're ripe for a sabotage, my friend. As long as if you don't use that stuff, I might make my first action to sabotage you. Yeah, we're up to 16, so we can heat increase twice. All right, let's see what we got here. Greenhouses. One thing per city. There's not a lot of city here. Underground city we definitely want. An Inventors Guild. Yes. Oh, yes. And that's another science tag. And that's... Underground city's really good. We're going to have to get a lot of power for it, but that's okay. That's okay. He's going to use his stuff, isn't he? Yep. Oh, wait, no. The other guy was the one that had 3. Okay, we can sabotage them then. Because, yeah, that's 9 that you'd be sabotaging them on. And they better to make them lose it before they can use it. They have the 3, right? Yes, they do. So we'll make our first thing actually sabotage here. And we'll do -3 and critical. Sorry. And then actually before we do that, without doing the medical lab, we could do the Inventors Guild. Now let's plan this out strategically here, because we want to be able to afford everything we can. Inventors Guild plus Plantation would work, actually. And I do want to do that, so yeah, let's do the Inventors Guild here. We can spend our... We can spend our stuff here, our heat resources in a later version of the turn. All right, what do you got, my friend? Oh yeah, you're dropping your greenery. We got to start thinking about where we want to drop our greenery. All right. So 16. Now we can play a plantation, which will give us basically a free greenery. Do we want that, or do we want the medical lab? The medical lab might just outright be a better choice because it gives us income per turn, and the sooner you get that, the better. Plantations don't really work as well, so we still actually want the medical lab. And yep, 2 income per turn. Beautiful. We can also look at the top card and either buy it with the 3 that we've got left or discard it. So let's use our inventors. Breathing filters. Worth 2 victory points and a science tag. Needs to have higher than 7. That's not a bad thing, though. More science tags are always a good thing. So, you know what? I think I'm going to go for breathing filters. Even if we can't play it right away, 7% oxygen is right around the corner. Oh, wow. Animal park, eh? And yes, I know those the AI's cards are a little hard to read and see what they do. Obviously, you could always just pause the video whenever the AI plays and pops up a card. All right, Purple, what you got? Nothing? All right. Well, we've got some heat to drop here, so let's drop some heat. Now you do get a free ocean once you hit 0 degrees, but we're not quite close enough to lunge for that and save up. So we might as well get those in there because again, the terraforming rating increases give us more money each turn. So yeah, money per turn's always a good thing. Yeah, nothing else we can do here. And we can't use our ability, our magnetizer ability, because we don't have positive energy production. If we get something that that gives us a lot of energy for free, or for cheap, I'll want to get that. And that's kind of what I want to stock up on the science tags, because there are some really advanced power producing things that require that you have a lot of science tags to play them, but you get like 4 or 5 energy per turn, which will allow us to basically just milk that thing to increase our score. Oh wow, research counts as 2 science tags. Well, there we go. We don't have the plant. We have a plant tag. We don't have animals or bacteria, so that's not going to work. Heat's going to become redundant fairly soon, so I'm not going to pay the 35 for Soletta. Would have been really good. Next card is -8, but it costs us 3 to buy this card, and we lose a victory point for it. So it essentially just makes something 5 money cheaper. I'm not sure if I want to bother with that for the cost of a single thing. I do want to buy the research card, though. Actually, you know what? Let's buy the research card, because giving us 2 extra cards and a victory point for it and all those science tags, useful. And we've got a bunch more freebies. We can do the temperature again. We can do a greenery again. Actually, before we do anything, let's start with our Inventors Guild to see if we, if the next thing... Ooh, Immigrant City. It's going to drop our thing here, but I do want to buy a city. Yeah, decrease your by 1 step and your by 2, place a city, but every time somebody builds a city, it goes back by 1, so it's an investment. We also want to do our research, and now because that'll give us even more cards to pick from. All right, what did we get here? Heat trappers. Ooh, -2 to anybody and gives us a power, and tundra farming. Requires -6, so it's almost warm enough for tundra farming. That's actually, tundra farming's really good. If we can spike we can spike the temperature up by 1. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's spike the temperature up by, next turn, we'll spike the temperature up by 1, and then play tundra farming. Uh-oh, land claim. So, yeah, that tile, only they can play something on there. Hey, Purple, what do you got for us? Invention contest, yeah, more deck gyration, but I think that research card definitely worth itself. And if I can get one of those advanced power producing ones, that's even better. Oh, and they bought the milestone, so I should have paid attention to that. So the other ways to get money, to get victory points, is through these milestones. You have to qualify for each of these. Terraformer, Mayor, 3 cities, 35 rating. He picked up the Gardener one. The Builder have it 8 building tags or 16 things. We don't qualify for any of these, so we can't buy any of them. And there can only be 3 prizes out in play. So once 3 are bought, the other 2 cannot be bought. Awards are, you can buy them, they're for different criteria. They're certainly not landlord. We'd actually probably be interested in banker. Basically first place, and scientist. and probably Thermalist by the end of this. So we'll want to pick up those awards, but they cost money to lock in, and there's a first and second place to them. Right then. Yeah, so I think... Let's see here. Does somebody... Who's got heat production? You've just got the one. So I can't really do heat trappers properly. So I think we are going to get into tundra farming here. So, to do that... The other alternative is to spike up the power and do Immigrant City, because we do need one power for that. Yeah, we really need electricity. Underground City needs a lot of power too. We need one of those advanced city tiles. But let's start with our greenery here. Let's spend our 8 heat. Excuse me. And then that'll let us get tundra farming. Beautiful. Even more beautiful. Even more beautiful. And then we'll be able to place our greenery tile next turn. Getting close to spiking up the thing, and that would give us a free temperature increase when you hit 8. Those animals are going to start nibbling on my plants, I have a feeling. Yeah, I mean, it drops your thing by 1. Not that I haven't had my fair share of hurting them. And there goes one of my other plant productions, I have a feeling. Yeah, they're stealing my crops and burning them for heat. And releasing inert grasses, fair enough. Yeah, there's a really good city location here, because cities benefit from being near greeneries, so, Yeah, they knocked down the 2 production that I got from that. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I don't want to do the oxygen because then one of them is going to snipe it. So I'm actually going to hold off on doing my freebie. You don't have to spend it. No, we can't do any of those actions. Can't do any of the standard projects. Can't afford a milestone, so we are going to pass. And the animals grow. Thankfully, they don't continuously eat away at your plant production. Temperature keeps going up. I'm going to want to try to snipe the ocean tile. Alright, everyone's passed. Everyone gets their stuff. Yeah, it's at this stage of the game that I need to stop worrying about increasing my money per turn and start getting stuff on the ground, getting my terraforming rating and other forms of victory points. Because purple's way out in front in that regard. Alright, give us some cards. Demos down! Yes! This is... We've got 9 of this stuff. We can make this card almost free. And, yeah. Lava flows. We could... Wow, we could completely burst through the temperature here. Or processor, we have so much stuff demanding power. Lava flows is tempting. Because that's a lot of temperature. That's like a lot of temperature. As long as they don't bag that, we can pretty much max this out. I don't think I'm going to go for lava flows, but I am going to get Demos down. And Search for Life, it's a little bit late for that. Although each one of those is worth 3. That might be worth the investment. Nah. Yeah, we just need to make sure they don't. Oh, I wish I had that. I wish I had that. Alright, good. Now you don't double tap the temperature and we'll all be fine here. Capital A. Yeah, you got the power production to spare. And that does give you a fair amount of money. Yeah, you spike it by 1, but that's not quite enough. Now it's my turn. Let's make this happen. Demo's down. Now, no, hang on. How cheap can we make this? We can play it for free and still not be able to spend all of it. In fact, we'd be spending some of it inefficiently. We could spend 3 of our cash. No, actually, at this point, it's worth taking the partial. All right, we got a free ocean placement. I'm not going to bother siphoning that up. Do we want cards? Do we want more... or do we want more plants? Let's get the plants. Yeah, it's lots of temperature. And who are we gonna smush? The guy that's in the lead. That lands. So yeah, we basically just crashed a moon into it. I want that migrant city or the underground city, but let's see. If we do that and that, we've got enough of those. Oh, you know what I can do? I know what I can do. We can look at the top card, see if we can get some goodies. Ooh! Yes! Oh, heck yes! We can get you on the cheap. You're worth 4 victory points. Yeah, heck yeah. We'll play that later on. Ice cap melting, fair enough. All right, he nabbed those. That's okay. Now, if we place a greenery tile on one of these greenery producing things here, then we'd get another one. We'd be able to place another greenery tile and be able to snag the free temperature increase out of it. So I think we're going to do that. Greenery tile. Yeah, we'll put it right, we'll put it right here because we want that greenery. And I really need to build a city right here. Like, really, really need to build the city. We put you right here. Oh, I can't put it in between. That's okay. We'll put you right here. That gives us the free thing. I might just build a vanilla city here. Just pay the 25, not use one of my freebies, because all of these things, regardless of who owns them, give it a victory point. I just hope yellow... Yeah, yellow... Okay, good. Yellow doesn't have enough cash to drop a vanilla city. Alright, good. Yeah, we're going to drop a vanilla city, because all the other cities that the special cities, require that I have power, and I don't want to miss out on that. I mean, we could do heat trappers and then immigrant city. That's not a bad idea. Who's got heat production? Let's do heat trappers. Oh, I have to sap my own heat because they don't have... Fine. Well, that was counterproductive, but heat's kind of obsolete at this point, so I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Yeah, that's going to be worth so many points at the end of the game. And again, I'm not losing sleep over that because it's towards the end of the game. Yeah, you keep pumping your fungus out there. Alright, well now we can finally get our last step of heat here. And now further temperature increases are meaningless. But we do have these breathing filters here. That's good for 2 victory points. Heck, we could still do the interstellar colony ship or the plantation. The plantation actually might be more worthwhile. We can put the plantation right here to maximize the bonus, and we get 4 back for it being next to 2 oceans. And heck, we even get a steal for our troubles. Yeah, we still have cash. See, all this money here is worth its weight here. Let's see, interstellar colony ship. I kind of want to wait for more titanium to come before I drop this bad boy, because it doesn't. As long as you play it before the end of the game, it's fine. Same goes with these breathing filters. So you know what I think I'm going to do? Actually, I might start buying up some of the milestones and rewards. Terraformer, we can buy that milestone. We can also start picking up awards. Now we're at a 12 money per turn, 7 and 8. So as far as cash per turn, that is good. We also have scientist here. I think we are definitely a scientist. You know, one other thing we could do, since we've got 12 in the bank, let's... Oh no, we've only got 8 in the bank. Never mind! And there's no other milestones for us to pick up. Yeah, we don't have 3 cities. We don't have that many of that many. And we can't, and we've already expended those, so I think it is time for us to pass. So in our next episode, we will conclude our game here and see if we can take the victory. It seems to be neck and neck here, but the points in the background may swing it in one person's favor. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya! After I pick my cards. Space cards, water import. Nah. Little too late. The lake here, this just gives us instant 2 ocean tiles. I think that might be worth it. Oxygen's too high for this thing. Vesta Shipyard, too little too late. Alright, there's our card. We'll see you next time.